Okay, so welcome to the next part, and I think the mistake I've been making in the previous part is that I have got it as a after pseudo element and it should be before. And I also made some changes to the text color. So if you see that it was red in the previous one and now it's uh, white, and I have enabled the search bar from the app.tsx because by default show search is false. So in the previous video wasn't visible here, and also added some remove the space from the top of the cover section in between the nav bar. And now what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and style the search bar. So we're gonna create the search bar from scratch, as I said before, because we're not using the MUI search bar here. So what we're going to do with the search bar, we will use the style component, and we use plain CSS to style the whole search bar. And let's go ahead and start. Where is the search bar? What's the classes for this? Search bar is the wrapper. So here we have the search bar wrapper. I'm going to wrap it up because I just realized that my video is getting so long. Even the last video is like 3 hours because I'm going too much into detail with the CSS. But I think I'm going to wrap up things now, so we don't have like a 3 hours long video for just a part. And we're going to target the input inside the search bar. So let's go ahead and get input, and we also give the button input. And what is happening? Input. Wait, I'm exporting search bar. This is I'm trying to get input from there and a button. So now what I'm doing is inside this search bar wrapper, I'm targeting input and buttons both together. So I'm going to provide them some common style, which will be margin, auto, and outline none. We'll give it a border none because we don't want to have any border to be visible. Border radius will be 20 pixel. And so we also want to see when we are applying these styles. So we don't have any search bar here because I have got a prop which is making it false on the cover. So cover has a prop which is show search, and right now it's false. Now we're going to change it to true. So here we have the search bar. Now we're going to see when we style it. So the styles are being applied to this, and let's give it a position absolute. So now we want to center that in at the bottom of the image. So we're going to get top 100%. And we're going to use the transform translate minus 50%, minus 50%. So cool, that's perfectly centered. Now let's just give it some style. Now we're still gonna do some common styling. So text align will be center for both, for the button and the input. And now we are gonna style the input. So let's go ahead and style the input itself. Let's give it a height 45 pixels. Width would be 70%. So here it is. Give it a box shadow so it stands out. 1 pixel, 1 pixel, and maybe 6 pixel, 2 pixel. Give it a gray color. Padding maybe 10 pixels. So now see, that looks better now. And let's move it from the left. That left is 50 50%. We don't really need this property because we have the translate doing that job for us. And font size, so the font size inside the, yeah, that's too big inside the input. We'll make it 18. Let's format the document so everything is aligned properly. Why do I have a space here? And the next thing we're gonna wanna do is add a placeholder. Access the placeholder properties, because this font size is by default is applying to what the user is gonna type as well. So user input and the placeholder as well. So but we want a placeholder size to be a bit smaller than what is there. So font size for placeholder would be, let's say, 2 pixels smaller than the other size. Wait, did that even apply? Yes, it does. So let's make it 14 pixels. And now let's go ahead and add the button. So button itself. So now the button is in the middle here, but we want it onto the right hand side like this. So we also gonna give it the same height. If I want to give it the same height, the button and image, then I will remove it from here. I'll add it here, so they both have the same height. Padding, we want to give it 0 padding from top and bottom because we don't want it to have any extra space more than the search bar, because it's going to stay inside the search bar. And from the left and right, we're going to stretch it a little bit. There it is. Now let's get positioning. So left, again it should be 82% because I've already done this, so I know exactly where is it gonna touch the corner of that. Because before doing this I tried it like with these property. 81 should be enough, or 80, I think. No, I think 81 would be enough in this case. Yes. So next one, we're gonna give it a font size of 17 pixels. Not 17, let's give it 15 or 15 maybe, because the font size also makes it bigger. The padding is still gonna stay the same. And now let's add background. Background would be linear gradient, and we're gonna go 90°. A 90° RGBA, and we're gonna have 15. These colors, I tried different colors, so I already know these colors because I have done this in the demo version that I showed you. So it's not like I'm just guessing these colors. I have tried different colors, but this is the one that I thought would be best. So RGBA again, 7, 1110, 12, and 1, and that will be 100%. There it is, the color is applying. We just want to make that font a little bit thicker, so font weight will be bolder. So now that look exactly like that one, but we just have a different placeholder this time, so don't worry about that. Font weight bolder, and cursor, we're gonna give it a cursor pointer, so it seems like a clickable button. And that's it. Now we're gonna make it responsive, so let's go ahead. We need to make the cover image responsive first, so I think I already have the media query for this, so I'm just gonna copy paste that, then wasting my time on this again. So I have media query at 800 pixels and 1020. So let's go have a look and see if that's applying. That's definitely not applying because I think I pasted it the wrong place. That should not be inside there. That should be the media query for button would be different. This should be for the cover text. Cover text is the parent div that contains the text. So that media query would be for this whole cover wrapper. And maybe let's go ahead and add that. As you can see, the font is shrinking now. We're also going to make the image round, so to do that you're gonna go to the image and give it a border radius. So we're gonna make it probably, let's see, we're gonna make it round from bottom. So let's go ahead and give it a border bottom left radius to 240 pixels and bottom right radius. So that's rounded, but the before pseudo element is also needed to be rounded in this case. So we can do this to both. And we are removing that border radius as soon as it touches 800. Okay, that looks better. So I think that's it. We have a cover just like that. And we have the shows working. We can pass the props. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add React router now. So let me just check that we have got everything covered up. So we have got the cover section, we have got our display container, we are passing the props. Yes, we are passing popular shows and top rated popular movies. So only thing is left is the navbar and browsing through the different pages. So React router is the only thing that's left. So let's add React router DOM install. Let's split the terminal. React router DOM install. Now let's go to the package.json file and see if the React router is there. React router DOM version 6, which is brand new version of React router DOM, which we will be using. And let's go ahead, and now we have done that, we're gonna go to pages. We're gonna create our first page and name it home.tsx. RAFCE, if you don't know what that is, you will if you have looked at my other videos. And RAFCE basically a React snippet, that just a shortcut. It's a boilerplate for the React component, just like how you do in HTML. You use this and then you do that. So what is happening is that I do not want my app container to have this much mess. So I'm gonna move everything from there to the home page, because this is supposed to be a home page, right? So let's go ahead and leave the cover there, because we're gonna have cover over there, maybe not. So let's go ahead and copy this import all the missing imports. Cover picture, we have to do that here. Even this, I'm actually gonna delete this. We're not gonna use the spread operator. We're gonna import the cover photo. We're gonna remove these because that's all being imported over there now. So that's clean. Let's just make this bigger and see what is going on here. So we need a cover image. We need item props. I deleted item props because it's only holding one item. So let's go ahead and how many do I have? Let's delete this. And now it's gonna say, hey, you are missing one prop. Property number of movies is missing in type API endpoint, right? So see that it just tells you that what are you missing here. We are missing how many movies we are going to display on that card. So let's provide it that prop as well, number of movies. In this case, the first one, let's say I want to do 5. Just keep it 5 for everything for now. So it is 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 6. I mean 5. Let's try to change it for different endpoints. Let's do it 10 for the top rated shows. What went wrong here? What? I think my app just crashed. I don't see there's any error. The terminal is okay, so I'm gonna run it again. So in React, it's very common. If that happens, you can just start the app again. Okay, so nothing is visible here. Oh, my bad, guys. I thought it's being rendered in the app. Right now we can only see header because I'm not calling the home component inside the app, because our app is the one that's getting rendered on the DOM, and right now only header is here. So now hence we can only see header, but now I have to call the home component here like this, and I'm gonna import it. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, you kidding me? You importing home from the MUI. I need the home from the pages. Import home from pages. Now we will see this. Resolve img. So what is saying? Home, inside our home we are accessing, importing something from this, but which doesn't resolve. So because I just copied it from there, now it have a different path. So let's go ahead and just change this, because I don't think asset is there now. It's 2 directories back. There it is. Finally, now we have that. So we can see the home. 1 2 3 4 4, and we should pass. What we were testing here is that how many TV shows should be there. So we're gonna make it 15, and now we'll see 15. There we go. 5 times 5. It's showing 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 at a time. 6 6 12 and 15 there. So now we can see that, and now we're gonna make it a page. So let's go ahead. Close the terminal. I am gonna do one thing. Let me just put my phone on silent. So over here inside our app, when we are using the React Router DOM, so now this is the part where we're gonna use the React Router DOM. I'm gonna start it at exactly 20 minutes. So 2 1 let's go. So now let's go ahead and do the React router. React router, we have to import. First thing first you want to do is you're going to go to index.tsx file, because this is the file that's rendering your whole component and passing it to that root element, which is going to the HTML page, and here it is. That's what's behind rendering the components, right? So we're gonna go to the index.tsx file, and inside here we want import one thing from our React router DOM, which is browser. Let's start with a capital B, browser route, or browser router, yes, from that. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna get it from there, and how your root is wrapped inside the strict mode, you're gonna wrap everything inside browser router. So now that's done. That's the first thing you should do when you're using the React router. And you can even say like route as browser route, and then you can just use this here. You can just see route, but I just like to keep it browser router because nobody touches the index.tsx file. No one come here. So once we have done that, we'll go to the app, and inside the app we will import route from the React router as well. So what we're gonna do here is we need to import two things from React router. So first one will be import route from React router and routes or routes, whatever you want to call it. And then here what we are gonna do is we're gonna keep the header up there because we want to have header in every page, right? So we want it as it is. But so we're gonna come at the bottom, we're gonna open up our routes, and inside the routes you have to use route as a self-closing tag. So this is the first one, route, and inside this it takes path. So path is what you're telling, whatever the path you pass here, that's the path that it can access and it can go to that page directly. So path is pretty much local 3000. If I do this, which means it's the home page, and if I want to go to now playing, this is your now playing path, right? So let's give it this because we are gonna render home if we do this. So element, and inside the element it takes your component that you are actually gonna go using the React router. So in this case home, my home component, and then we can get rid of this here. Now by default it's rendering home, right? And if I change this to home, and what I do here is, see, now it cannot access home. Now the home is only available at this route. So I have to write /home. So nothing is available at localhost 3000. In order to do that, it has to be just this /. And that's this is our home component. And now let's say if we have more pages, we have now playing RAFCE. Oop, that was too fast. Oh, not actually, I didn't give it any file name, so VS Code doesn't know what type of file is this. TSX RAFCE I am now playing, right? So this is I am now playing page. What are the other pages? New file popular.tsx RAFCE popular page, and the last page for us is tv shows.tsx. RAFC is basically mean React arrow function component export TV show page. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to the home app page and I'm gonna copy this down 3 times and just gonna change the home to now playing popular from pages TV shows. Now if you go here, this is the default is home. So if I change this route path to now playing and this one to popular and the last one to TV shows, actually let's use this. So if I go here inside the link and if I search now playing, so I'm in the now playing page. Now you cannot see it because it's hiding behind that by default. There it is. I am now playing. So there you can see that I'm in the now playing page. And if I go on popular again, I'm gonna use this extension popular page there. So now I'm on the popular page. So what we're gonna do is we want these links to be working. So when I click on now playing, it should access that. If I click on popular, it should access that link, that path. So how we're gonna do that is we have to go to the navbar now. So where is my header? I'm actually calling navbar header in, so that's my navbar. And let's go ahead and we have to get the links here. Where we have the links, we have to import nav link. So let's import. So now I'm just doing React router only. So you can see in the previous component I imported something from React router DOM, and in the other component index.tsx I also imported browser router from React router DOM, and inside this component I'm also gonna import link or nav link from React router DOM. Nav link from React router DOM. You can either use link or, but I'm using nav link because nav link comes with like a predefined active class, which is tells you that you are currently on this page or this page or this page. I'll show you that how we can actually get access with that class. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna provide our array element some additional information, which will be the link. So the home page would have a link as this. So exactly what we did in the app.tsx, because they have to match. So I'm gonna bring this to this side and I'm gonna bring this here. So what's gonna happen is that when I click on home, this button, this is a button, right? This is home now playing popular TV show. Right now they are tab. So when I click on this tab, this also have access to this link which matches this path. So then it's gonna take me there. And now playing, when I click on now playing, I'm gonna give it another property which is link, and I'm gonna name it now playing. Make sure this is exactly as you provide in the route path, because when you click on this, this is gonna, hey, now playing is a link provided this. I'm gonna see that if everything inside the routes has anything, a route path which matches the now playing, so it's gonna match now playing and it's gonna take you to that page. Link popular link TV, oh sorry, my bad, TV shows. So once we have done that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come down to the tabs, so these tabs, and inside the tab we're gonna provide that link property, and we're gonna map these inside that. So if you come down here and let's go add nav link, and this is like this, so you have to wrap it. It's not a self-closing tag. So nav link is missing type children element, but regarding nav link props, of course it's gonna take some children elements, which will be if you have a link or nav link, then you gotta tell your nav link where to. So it has a property called to, and then we're gonna link it to what we're gonna link it to. We have this map function which have this attribute nav, and that has access to everything inside this. Over here we're providing it the name, but over here we're gonna give it the link. So it's gonna get access to the link that we have provided inside this array element. All these link properties, that the link has this link has this, it has access to all four of them. So once that's done, we should also provide it a key prop, or maybe we can just use this key prop inside the nav link. So that should be working. Let's go ahead and have a look. There you go. Now I clicked on the home page. I'm at home page. I click on now playing. Hi, I am now playing page. I'm actually gonna bring this down so you guys can see it better. What I'm gonna do is, since it's just an example, it doesn't really matter, but again, BR, I hope that works. Yeah, one more BR probably will do. So this is just temporary. I'm adding BR. Now we can see it better. So home page, now playing, popular page, and TV show page. So now we are navigating inside our React app. So that's how you actually navigate through different pages in React. Even JavaScript or TypeScript, that doesn't really matter. So React Router DOM is responsible for your navigation inside React. That space is because I added PR tags, so I'm going to remove them. Now you can see that that's what those tags are doing. Now that we only have home page with cover and the stuff, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the now playing page. I'm gonna close this, gonna close home. So we're gonna go to the now playing, and inside this we're gonna render our display item component. Display item, which then takes some props. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy it from the home page, as I don't want to write that whole thing again. We can go to the home page, we can copy this, we can also copy the cover. I will also show you how to make it smaller and one another reusable component, but for now let's just see if we can actually have different stuff on. And let's go ahead and copy this, paste it in here, and add all missing imports. Again, cover picture here, we should change that path of the cover picture, which is coming cover picture from, we don't actually have a cover picture here. Import cover picture from the assets. Let's get rid of that div since we have fragments. We still have something wrong in this component. Let me have a look. We are returning, but we're not closing the return statement. Okay, now playing is not displaying anything because actually, because it's pretty much looks same as the home page. So I'm gonna change the home page. Now playing page. So you can see we're on the now playing, but we're gonna change this endpoint as well because we are on the now playing page, not on the home page. So we're only gonna render currently streaming TV shows and currently playing in cinemas movies. So let's go ahead and delete the last component that we're rendering. So first we wanna say TV show is false, movie is true, and popular shows, nope. We don't wanna render popular show. We wanna render trending movies. So trending movies API key is there, and this would be trending, not trending movies. Sorry, my bad. Now playing. Does we have that now? Now playing, yes. We can remove this. We can remove both of these. We can also remove top rated shows. We don't need that. If you don't know what's happening here, is that I have an API links file where I'm fetching these endpoints. So instead of top rated show, it would be, what is the API endpoint for the TV show that are currently streaming? Oops, my API key is visible again. Anyways, who cares? So we have trending shows, popular shows airing today. So we'll be trending, top rated show, or maybe airing today. So let's go with airing today. I think the airing would be the local TV channel shows. It wouldn't have those streaming shows. Yeah, so we're not gonna use that. We're gonna use trending shows and gonna import top rated shows. Whoa, the title is wrong. Now streaming, show buttons false, also show buttons false. Let's show 8 movies. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Let's just show 6 or 16. So these are the currently now playing movies, and this is the now streaming shows. So I'm gonna, rather than 16, I'll make them 12 so they are evenly displayed on the page. So there it is. Now we have a fully functional home page, and we have popular shows on home. We're only showing 1 2 3 4 5 popular shows. Why? We will show 6, and you can go next, and we are showing, that's totally up to you how many you want to show. And popular movies should be 10 12 maybe, and we have the button here. So home page is working, now playing is working. Now we're gonna set an active class to this, so we know which page we are currently on. So home, now playing. So let's go ahead and try to do that, and if I'm not wrong, that's done via that active class onto the link. So where is the header again? So I'm on the header here, and we're gonna get a class which is called actives. And do we have any class applied here which is active currently? So let's go ahead, navlink. We don't really need to give it a class because it already have a predefined class to it. And we're gonna go up to the header part, header files, and so we have links, we have nav links. So now what we're gonna do is this nav links is these links, so we're gonna style them. And how we're gonna do them, we're gonna nav link a dot a dot active. So I'm not defining this class, it's already pre-applied to this nav link. That's why I'm using nav link instead of link from React Router DOM. We're gonna give it a border radius of probably 10 pixels, border top 1 pixel solid red, and border bottom color of these links should be white. All right, that's already working, but we need some padding inside this because that's just too close to that. Font weight, let's try to make the font I don't know why, but the font is already bold enough. Should we add some padding on this? Let's add some margin inside the link. Margin 3 pixel. Now we don't need that. That will make it a bit bigger. Okay, that's not the right place. I have space to this. Is it due to that I have padding on the links? So inside the links we have got border bottom 1 pixel. We have font weight inside link. We have got font size, border radius is not given to this, but I'll also give these. And font size is 20 there, padding is 0. In order to add a space between that active class, we cannot add that because we have already set this to padding 20 pixel. Does that? Okay, there it is. 15. Let's just do it from top to bottom, not from the side. Yep. And make this 2 pixel. There it is. Now we have that. We still need one more thing, which is the hover effect. Now playing popular TV show. So what I'm doing is basically scaling up over hovering that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come to the links again, and inside the links we're gonna do and hover transform scale 2.7. Oh, that's the wrong one. See, that one's getting bigger, these ones getting smaller. So it should be 1.07. Now we will give it like an animation because that just looks ugly. And let's make the color over the hover like yellowish, so EAF. We already have that color, do we? EAF00. So we are getting there. Now we have got that. So I'm just gonna end this video in this part. We are almost there, and whoever is watching this at this point, I really appreciate. You're a legend, and if you're watching this, bro, you're gonna succeed coding, right? I was like that. I used to watch like YouTube tutorials for like 20 minutes, and then I get bored of this and stop doing this. But then I was like, nah, this is not, you're gonna get anywhere. You have to code. Just keep coding, boys and girls. Just keep coding. You don't put yourself down that you cannot do this. You can do everything, man. I mean, who made code? Human made code. So human can do it. We can do it. You just gotta put a lot of time. You just gotta keep doing it every day. Like, just write at least one component. If you're not doing anything, just like, oh, I'm gonna do this component, I'm just trying to do this, what I can do. And learn TypeScript, guys. TypeScript is the future. So that's done. Now we're gonna give it a transition effect, so that will be done inside the links. Transition transform 0.3 is 3s, actually is in and out, is in and out. So we have achieved that as well. Now I may have a bit more padding than that one, so I'm just gonna get the padding up to like 12 pixels so it doesn't look too high. There you go. I don't even know how it looks like when we shrink it. Oh yeah, it shrinks as well. Oh, also just notice that now that the links are working, navbar links are working, but since our drawer has different way of dealing with the navbar, because it's totally different navbar, the drawer is a totally different navbar than this. So these links, these are different links, and these are totally different links. So we have to provide the nav link over there as well. Nav link or link, whatever you like over there. You can, I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Let me just check if we got everything. We have got now playing page, home page, and popular page. So now we're gonna do is we're gonna go to popular page. I'm gonna copy everything from now playing to popular page. Actually, that's the other one that I have done before. So we're gonna go to home and let's copy this. I better keep that inside the fragments. Obviously we need to import it. What I do is you press command and dot, and then you can import all missing import, and so obviously it's gonna miss the picture as usual. So I'm gonna just import the picture, import cover picture from the assets, right? So this is the image. Now we have access to the popular, right? But we gotta change the props. So remember guys, change these props. You can now change these based on what page you are. See, that's the beauty of React, right? And now we can change this to popular movies of all time. I think that would be too big. Maybe give me some headache up here. Yes, so we'll just write popular movies. I mean, if you want, you can just make your put another query there and make your text smaller. Popular movies would be enough. And instead of this, we will display watch your favorite movies of all time. And in this, we'll say the top rate, the movies which are popular this week, or popular movies of this week. I don't know, just doesn't really matter, it's not an English class. Popular movies, watch your favorite movies of all time, the most which are popular this week. And let's go ahead and change the popular shows is okay, yes, and movies should be top rated movies or popular movies. We have a popular movies API. Let me go to API again. We have a popular movies API, so we're gonna call that. There, I already have an endpoint of popular, so I'm gonna delete this. And we will display the same amount of shows here. Popular shows, you can go next because there can be more than 16 popular shows. Popular movies also can be more than 16 popular movies. Now we have now playing page. Let's also make this better. So now playing page should be the now playing or streaming. Let's just keep it to streaming. Movies currently playing in cinemas or streaming online. I don't know why I'm doing the capitalization here, because I have set the text of these as auto text to text transform to text capitalization, and so we don't have to do that, right? So you can just write this, you can just write however you want, it will just auto capitalize that text. Watch it today. Home page, also gonna change this as to something else. So welcome to Cinematica. I'm gonna say millions of movies, TV shows at one place. Don't miss out any. entertainment. I don't know how it's that how you spell entertainment, but like I said, it's not an English class. Welcome to Cinema America, popular shows, top rated shows, popular movies. So what we want to show at home page is more stuff than that. So we want to show popular shows. We don't want to show shows first. We want to show movies, top rated shows. So first thing first should be that movie that should be displayed on first. Popular show, popular movies. So we have got popular movies, top rated shows, popular shows, and I want to keep all of their numbers to the same size. So again, I'm gonna display that prop here. Const number of movies to show and number of movies would be 16, not 16, 12. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm gonna pass this prop a default value, so all of them have the same. I don't have to pass it like this. And well, if they are true, TV shows on, show button is true, show button is true here, show button is true here, show button is true here. So if I'm showing the button and everywhere, so I'm also gonna pass that to it. Show button not at this place, bro. So we're gonna do delete this from there, delete this from here, and what I'm gonna do is destructure this number of movies to show. So now it's not just number of movies to show, props to show default props. So we also gonna remove the show button from here and number of movies as well. We're gonna do that from here and here and pass it that destructuring method here. Now we got 12 popular movies. We have a button there to go next. Back you have top rated shows. Ooh, this show is already 87%. Wow. Popular shows, top rated shows, popular movies, and what else can we pass it to? Where's my API links? Upcoming, we have upcoming movies. So all we have to do is change the endpoint to upcoming and just change the title to upcoming movies. Now you can see that now I will have another card here with upcoming movies. These movies are already playing in cinema. I don't know what's wrong with this database, but it is what it is. So now we have that, and we got now playing, we got popular, and we got TV shows. So if we're gonna go ahead to the TV show component, I'm just gonna copy this again. TV shows. And I'm gonna import all the missing imports. Again, I'm gonna provide it the image. I'm not gonna copy that. I'm just gonna go import cover picture, import cover picture from the assets. But since this section, this component is only gonna be about the TV shows, so we are gonna go have a look at what the endpoints we have at the TV shows. So we have got the trending shows. So now playing trending shows is there. Yes, I'm gonna bring this to top. Trending show is there. Show buttons. What else? We got popular shows. Do I have popular shows? No, but I'll change this to popular shows. Popular shows, and I'll change it to trending shows. And what else do we have here? Top rated shows. Top rated shows. And last but not least, we have the airing today. So now we have trending shows, popular shows, top rated shows, top rated shows twice. Nice. Ooh, also you can see that it has invalid date except the first one, because over here I think it's the movie is true and show is false, so it's just fetching the movie's name, which is title, and movie's release date. But for the TV shows it should be name and the airing date. So let's go ahead. So first one is okay. The TV show is on true, right? Excuse me. So that's why this one is true, so it's working perfectly fine. It's everything is okay here. But the second one, TV show, is false. That's why it's trying to display the movies, but we are, oh, what am I doing? True, false. TV show, yes, we are doing TV show. True, hide the movies. Again, TV show is true, false. And now you will see we have all the information about these TV shows. Top rated shows, I think I had top rated shows twice, so let's go ahead and change that. There should be what's on. I'm gonna use the emoji here. Can you search emoji? TV. Yep, you can. But am I supposed to select that? Damn. Oh, there it is. TV. So what's on TV? We have got top rated shows, we have got popular shows, we have got trending shows. That's pretty much it. Now playing streaming, we forgot to change the header here. Why I always do that? Your favorite shows. Thousands TV shows at one place. start binge watching. I hope that's how you say binge watching. Anyways, who cares? So this is pretty much completed. So we have got home and we have got now playing, we got popular, we got TV shows. One more thing that I forgot to do is I forgot to do, like, you know how we are actually rendering the image dynamically at home page. So we didn't do that, so let's go ahead and do that and then we'll finish off. And that's only happening in the home component. So let's go to home and let's go ahead here and see what we can do here to do the image. I think we have to like create a use effect function here because we are again fetching something in this. So let's go ahead and create a use state for that. First of all, we are not using any use state in this, but let's go const home. Okay, that's not how you do home header image. Set header image and give it a use state from react use state, and we're gonna set it as an empty string. So the next thing is we're gonna do is we're gonna fetch the header image for home page from the server. So we're gonna go react dot use effect, the arrow function, and let's use the fetch dot, okay, fetch, use the literals and the link that we used. So it's up to you what are the images that you're gonna show here. So you can even go to the API link and you can fetch anything you want. You can fetch upcoming movies images, you can fetch popular movies images, you can fetch now playing a top rater. So let's go and get the popular. We're gonna copy this link. So we have that popular now, but we're gonna provide it the API key because without API key it wouldn't fetch anything from the backend, and that is our API key, right? And what we have in the fetch function, then we need a response, and what we want to do with the response, we gonna get that response as JSON format, and again we're gonna then we want to store it inside data, and here what we want to do is we want to create a variable called const movies, which will store the result from the data. And let's say we're gonna do the images randomized, so because we're gonna display a random image every time we refresh the page. So random index, then we're gonna use the math dot floor function and the random function. Movies dot length. Okay, that does not length. Now the random index holds that random number from the movies, like the random number for an image. We gonna get it and store it in another variable random movie movies random index, and now we want to conditionally render it. So if the random movie and random movie dot backdrop path if that matches the back, oh come on, if the random movie and random movie dot backdrop path exist, then image URL, which is again the URL which we used inside our display component. So we're gonna remove the width from here because we don't want to give it any width. So we're gonna get the original size, original, and the random movie dot backdrop path and then we're gonna set the header image to the image URL. So whatever is happening inside this function, we are storing that, we're setting the state to this, and then now we'll have access to the image inside this. And let's also add a try should catch the error if the image does not exist. Error we're gonna get the error in console.log, but we can also define this error to the user, but for now let's just get it into the okay. Bro, what happened with my IntelliSense? So that's done, and now let's close this with empty dependencies, this use effect hook, and now let's hope that we have an image. So we're gonna remove the cover image and let's go header image. Boom, yeah, so that's working. We got the Guardian of the Galaxy. I don't know which one is that, but yeah, we're getting the images here. Resident Evil. Every time you refresh it, we'll get a random image. So let's go to that page. What I think we should do is I should actually store that in a variable, and we should do that on every page. So but yeah, for that's enough for now. But the one more thing that I want to talk about, which is really important, because we are using React, what are we doing right now is not good enough. As you can see that I have so much in each component, right? The home component has now a cover page, a display items, again and again and again and again. Every page has the same. Now we have, every time I want to render something, we have to do this. What we can do is we can create another component, and we can name it like something like common styles or something, and we can actually use that to have cover inside. We'll store the cover inside that and a display item inside that, but then we will pass the values to that via props. So we'll pass another prop to another prop. So this is something like prop railing, but you know, like how I'm passing the props to display item. So I'll have another component, we'll name it something test.tsx, and inside that component I will render this and this only, but then I will pass the props to that component, and that one component will be rendered here, and then we can get rid of all this mess and we can just simply render the common style component here and then pass the props. So that's something I will do in the future, but this is it for right now. And if my videos get some views, then I will definitely do that. If I actually, because I'm new to YouTube and I still don't have that much confidence in me, but if you have watched this, man, I love you, bro and sisters. Thank you so much for watching this, and you guys are legend. And let's see, have a look at this again. We have done everything. We have a home page, we have now playing. They're just little bit minor changes. I didn't add the button. You can add the button right now. I just remember before finishing, I forgot one thing. I do have a button, but I forgot that I didn't made the drawer working, right? So if that one legend who's watching this, for him or her, I am actually gonna do this. So let's go ahead to the drawer component. Where is the drawer container? And inside this we're gonna use the link as well. So what we're gonna do inside this is that we're gonna get the same link that we already getting. So we have now access. So we are exporting menu items right now. We have access to the link as well, and we just gotta do the same thing here like what we did over there underneath the drawer where we have the list, and inside the list we have got item button. So over here we gonna get that nav link underneath this list item button. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go nav link, so list item button will be wrapped inside this, and we're gonna pass it the prop, so it will be 2 and nav dot link, and I believe that's it. Popular page, yes, that's working. TV shows, that's also working, but we don't want the underline underneath that, right? So what we can do is we can provide it a custom class. So we can come up here and let's do this const custom nav link styled. Let's import that inside here, styled component, which will take nav link, and then we wanna do theme, and inside this let's go text decoration none. And if that should work, because I should replace this with nav link. Now we don't have that, so that's gone. That's how you styled a custom component. You can create a custom component of your component. The nav link is coming from React router. I want to style it, I can make it like this, a custom component. And let's say if I want to change the color, then I can use this theme dot palette, or I don't know how do you pronounce this word, lite dot text dot primary is the okay, looks like that doesn't exist on that. So the color isn't working, so I got color theme dot palette, yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Primary, does it have a primary color? The color should be applying to this. So we go custom link, we go nav link is calling, the theme is the one that accessing that color, or maybe just color red, would that work? Reading for each stride, we not predefined reaching if setup component. Theme is the parameter dot lite the text dot primary. I'm pretty sure this is how you're supposed to color them. Okay, so that's not working. Let me just check what's going on here. Because I'm not importing that. Am I importing themes from the MUI library? Well, that should does exist on that. Open door nav link styled list item. Okay, it's because okay, there it is. Come on, my bad, because I'm importing style from style component, and style component doesn't have access to it. This only exists on a styled of MUI. Like I said in this one of my video, styled component, a styled comes from style component and MUI, so I imported it from style component. There it is. Now it's working fine. Let's give it a secondary color. It should have, how many colors does it have? Secondary. What's your secondary color, bro? It's nothing, it's just blue. Each child in the list should have a unique key prop. Okay, now that we have rendered this, we should provide the key prop to that as well. So we need to remove it from here. And give it to this. There it is. Now the app is done, pretty clean, no console warnings, and everything is working as desired. So I'm just gonna finish this video here. This is like another 1.5 hour videos. My video is getting too long. I really need to work on that. Thank you so much, whoever watching this and whoever have watched this. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that you guys have watched my video, and I hope that I actually managed to explain something in React and TypeScript. For the future videos, I will be uploading more projects as I create more, because I just love coding. And now, as I said, I am still learning. I'm not a pro, so I'm just teaching you whatever I have learned. And if you haven't gone up to that a part of your knowledge, so but whatever skills that I have, I'm happy to share with you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Love you all. Peace.